How are you doing? How are you doing, guys?
Good, good. We
We're
can't
good.
complain.
Yeah, we're in the middle of our summer festival season. It's amazing what's going on at the moment. So
Yeah,
we're having a great
did,
time.
did you
Big shows.
did you play at Rock am Ring maybe?
Yeah,
What was the weather? Because I saw this like videos that there was like the hurricane during the festival.
yeah, a little
We've
bit.
been lucky. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, during our set there was, I think, no rain at all. Just maybe barely a bit, but we had luck, really.
But Rock am Ring people are always used to some bad weather. They don't give a shit in the end, you know.
Yeah, I think they're
Yeah.
actually expecting it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, always Rock am Ring and Wacken are the festivals that are famous for bad weather.
Yeah, it actually doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody had a good mood. They're there for partying and drinking beer, so it was fine for them.
They are pro, they are used to, they have their Wellingtons, their tents, their coats, raincoats, and that's it.
Exactly. We're used to that.
As long as your tent is still standing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your new album, Tanzneid, is coming out in this August. And to those who don't know German, Tanzneid is a made-up word that means like being envy that everybody else is dancing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's it.
Yeah, we didn't come up with that word. It was during our music video shoot for Elevator Operator. And our good friend Uke Bosse, he's a German actor and moderator. He played the elevator operator in the music video, and we were standing still in the background, and there were some people in the music video dancing. And he was like, all of a sudden, he was like, "Oh, I'm getting Tanzneid," and he meant that because he was standing still, and all the others were dancing, and he wanted to dance as well. And we were laughing so hard
Yeah.
because we loved that word. And we asked him if he could use it because we were like, Tanzneid is such a great word, and it's also Tanzneid. It has a harsh sound, you
We
know.
instantly knew that this
Yeah.
was going to be a song.
Definitely.
And like from your experience, do you think that metalheads like to dance?
Oh yeah, totally.
If we think
Yeah.
if
Metalheads,
metalheads
yeah.
like that kind of music,
Yeah, name like to
or
dance.
like to dance,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Dance is like you can't separate dancing from music itself. Like it makes no sense in my world.
Yeah, what dancing looks like may be
That's
another
something-
question.
Yeah,
You
even
know?
if it's headbanging, it's some kind of dancing. It's some kind of expressing yourself.
Exactly. Mosh pits are dancing as well, you know? But the thing is, talking about the metal scene, like the true classic metal scene, when we started as a band, we were very afraid of that scene because, of course, you know, like old metal heads, you know, they don't like their music to be changed in some way. And what we did, we know that, and we knew that back in the days. What we did with metal music, like metalcore, was something modern and new, but like having, yeah, techno influences and stuff like that. We were very afraid that people wouldn't like it. But let me tell you one thing, there were haters back in the day, but they were not coming from the metal scene. When we played Wacken, for example, first time Wacken, I don't know
I
what.
remember that video.
Yeah, it was the best time we had. We played in that tent in Wacken, and everybody was having a good time, enjoying the beers and hanging out with friends. And the metal scene in general was so open-minded, and we're still thankful, and we're always having a great time with those guys.
Yeah, exactly. This is why I asked you because, I know a lot of metalheads that are Electric Callboy fans. And I think, as a matter of fact, the first time I heard about you was from people who listened to bands like Amon Amarth, Dimmu Borgir,
Exactly.
Lorna Shore, and they were fans of you. And I think like 20 or 30 years ago, that would be unimaginable that metalheads would like this
definitely,
kind of
totally.
music.
Definitely, you're right.
I think actually, maybe I'm wrong, but first of all, in my opinion, the pandemic changed a lot. I don't want to talk about it too much, don't get me wrong, but that being locked inside of your houses, not being able to go to any concerts, and having that kind of, I don't know, like that devastating mood for years, months and years. In my opinion, it's just a feeling that I have. Once that borders were open again and everybody was free to leave and going out and going to concerts, it feels like a lot of people were
open up a little bit,
way more open-minded, and were started to appreciating things even more. But still, it was a process. I mean, starting with bands that went from like being deathcore bands to, for example, Bring Me the Horizon, from being a deathcore band to being one of the most hyped bands on earth, playing, what is it? I mean, like combining metal music with rock, with deathcore, with pop. The people are loving it.
Yeah.
I think Sleep Token.
Yeah, I think you know what's going on. It's music. People take music for identification. You know, they want to be. When I say I listen to metal, you know, there are people that say we are a group. You know, we belong together and we think the same. And when we go to a metal festival, we are together among the equal people. You know, and sometimes when there are when bands like us take metal and put something to it, we don't destroy metal, you know. Metal stays, you know, it's gonna be like that for years and it's always gonna be like that. But there's always been bands that try new stuff, you know. And I think this helps the music grow. We don't take away anything from the people, we just take something from them and try to create something new, and they can like it or they can not like it, you know. But in the end, when people actually understood that we are a completely different genre, you know, we don't want to offend them, we're just there for the good times, the people were cool, and even the metalheads came over to have a great time with us.
Just imagine how metal started and how it evolved over the years. It's just not the same anymore.
I heard a description from somebody that, you know, the metalheads or punk rockers used to be a subculture. If you were a metalhead, you were a metalhead. You were a punk rocker. But today it's more like a cosplay. Like today I'm going to Amon Amar's show and I'm going to dress like a Viking, but tomorrow I'm going to see Ghost and I'm going to dress like a priest, or go to see Electric Callboy and wear mullet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what? People always thought that they can only it's like the world is growing together, you know, and people used to think that they can only like one genre of music. So if I'm into metal music, I'm not allowed to listen to rap music because rap is not cool, you know, it's the enemy. But music is about emotions, you know, and music is about being happy, and when you listen to something with your ears, it has to make you happy in the end. And if you like two different genres or you want to combine two different genres, it's totally up to you.
The thing is, for me, like a good comparison is actually football, like German football clubs. We have a big rivalry between Schalke 04, which is Gelsenkirchen, and like Borussia Dortmund. They would never ever. I have some friends. I'm a Dortmund fan, so I have some friends that are Schalke fans, and we know each other for so many years, and we have I would say, good rivalry. We know each other, and we can actually, like, when the game is over, we can have a beer together, party together, and I can be happy for him. You know what I mean? But this is something, when you go to a stadium, you will never see. So rare. This is just like, you know that he's wearing a blue jersey, so you have to hate him. You know what I mean? And this is something that we recognized back in the days very often. I remember when I was like running around as an emo kid, I didn't want to hang around with the medieval listeners or with the deathcore listeners. I had my own bubble. And this is something that we don't have like this, not anymore, I would say.
People are today more open-minded. I think one of the great examples, if the song Ratatata you recorded with Baby Metal, like, it's a great combination. And I think it's also one of the oldest songs on this album. It was released like 2 years ago. So could you tell me about this recording process of this album?
Oh yeah, that was
sorry, but Baby Metal itself they are a good example of everyone loves Baby Metal.
Yeah.
Whenever they play on a festival, you can be the tallest guy, the truest metal guy. You would still stand there
Yeah, exactly.
dancing around. You know what I mean? Yeah.
The thing is, like creating that song was very, very funny, and also very challenging. We had so much fun. We created that song here in Kassel, in our hometown, in our studio where we're sitting right now, and then we sent over a version because it's not a feature track; it's a collaboration. So we both worked on it, and the Baby Metal team and the girls, they did their part for the song, and they gave in some ideas that they had. And sometimes, you know, when we have a way of working on songs and they do the same, you know, but it might be different. And some ideas that we had might have sound like a little bit weird to them and the other way around. But it was very enriching to have like another production team, another mind have at the same time working on the same song, because there are ideas for something that you would never do, for example, but in the end it turns out to be good. For example, there is this foo foo in the song every time, and when we first heard that in the song, we were like, oh, that's not cool, you know.
It's way too often.
It's way too often. We don't like it. Now, when we play that song, everybody's like, ooh, ooh, and
even before the song starts.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so much fun. So this shows us that sometimes, like for us, thinking outside of the box, you know, and having some different influences helps you in the end.
Yeah.
And it was such a cool. It was hard sometimes to work with them because we had to get out of our comfort zone. But it was so much fun, and it's one of our favorites on the album still, and it's so much fun to play.
Another great song is Let the Good Times Roll with The Offspring, which is another great collaboration. How did it happen?
Yeah. We met those guys 2 years ago at Grass Pop metal meeting in Belgium. Like the thing is, the crew came to us telling us that the guys want to talk to us, and in the first place we really thought that we did something wrong, that they just want to start yelling at us once they seeing us. And it turned out that they just love our music. Dexter was like playing a couple of our songs at home, showing our music to his family and friends, and they just wanted to come by to tell us that they like our music. And I just remember that we've been standing there like, thank you, like totally starstruck and nervous. And right now we just released a song together with them, so
it's crazy.
Life is crazy.
Yeah, life is crazy. Like these guys, we have to say, these guys made us buy our first guitars, you know, like we wanted to sound just like them, playing the riffs on Smash, Americana, and now to have them on a track, and we are friends now, you know, it's crazy. And working with him, like Dexter in the vocal booth, and we told him what to do. He gave in some ideas as well. It was very, very cool. And the music video shooting day in LA, sometimes you have to sit down on a sofa and just think about what you have achieved, what you have achieved in your life, because at the moment everything is rushing by so fast in our lives. And when we're at home, just like now, we sometimes think, what the fuck is going on at this point? You know, like we have so many great shows. We have met so many amazing people. It's crazy.
Did you work with him like with Baby Metal, sending back and forth the ideas, or?
No, it was more like, because that's a feature song. With Baby Metal, it was a collaboration. That was a feature. So we created the song. Then I think we were in Vienna. We had a tour, and we played in Vienna, had a hotel room, and he was back home in his studio. So we Zoomed each other. Like we had a phone call, a video call, and he was in the vocal booth, and we actually said like, these are the vocals, and try it, and he did.
Yeah, we actually pre-recorded nearly everything, even the verses and the chorus and everything that he has to sing. So we left like space for his own ideas, like Kevin said, but that was I think you, Daniel, and him, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it was a fun day. So it took us some time, but also the end part with the ritmo, and he did some like shout-ins, like some dubs, and it was so much fun. And he was down to anything. You never dare when someone is your icon, your hero. You know, you're very like reserved a little bit. But he was all the time. He was like, dude, chill out. Like, just tell me what to do. I'm down. I like that song, you know? We can do whatever. We can try out things. And first he was just supposed to sing the verse and the chorus. And then he was like, yeah, what's with the mosh part? Like, let's do that ritmo and some fill-ins. And it was fun. And we are very happy with the song in the end. And to perform, we have performed it at Rock and Park live with him together on stage.
So well.
That was amazing.
And he also played in the video for the song, which is also great. And it shows that the visual aspect has been always very important to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. The thing is, whenever we decide to work on a song, because like the thing is, working on a song depends always on the ideas for us. It's not just the riff. It's not just an idea, like a name of the song or just a simple melody. The thing is, we always think in a full circle. We want to have the right visuals. And whenever an instrumental gives us ideas for a music video, like talking about Tanzneid, talking about Elevator Operator, and even about Let the Good Times Roll, whenever that happens, whenever we are hearing something that Danny was playing, and the visuals are coming up right while listening to it, I can tell you this is going to be a song. And it's also like the other way around. Whenever we have an idea of a video or a concept, and this is something that Daniel, for example, or Pascal, or we all together, we love, we start writing on it, working on it. But I don't think that we would ever write or finish a song where one of those aspects are missing. Because it's always, for us, it's always like all together, like a combination of everything. So yeah, it's very important for us.
Yeah, and a lot of your videos are very funny, but there are some that are very dark, and like the Reverie video is a quite dark video. Was it inspired by Stranger Things?
A little bit. Yeah. We had the idea for the video for that World Down Under. We didn't think about Stranger Things at that point, but it was more like, having fears, you know, like being anxious about things, you know,
facing them.
And facing them, exactly. Then we put that into a perspective, you know, like that demon that you have to face. And when we created the visuals, it became close to Stranger Things a little bit, and we like the visuals of Stranger Things as well.
Yeah, but there's also the never-ending story. Whenever you think of maybe like Stephen King's S, there are a lot of visuals in that movies and even in the Welcome to Derry series.
Exactly.
So it was a bit of fantasy, a bit of horror, but also with that childish kind of view. So yeah, it's sure we are influenced by all of this. I mean, we grew up with movies and series, and
definitely
we're still influenced by them. Yeah.
And to be honest, like for us, it has always been so important to be authentic. You know, we don't want to be, we don't want to act. You know, we love when we're goofy, when we're funny. We want to be funny, but when we at some point don't feel funny, we are in the mood to write a serious song. We do that, you know, and it has always been a part of us. Like when we wake up in the morning and we like to have a dark song, you know, a dark side. We want to live that, and there are a couple songs on that new album as well that are a little bit more serious. And Reverie is also one of them. Also Heart Club, for example, a little bit.
Savior.
Yeah, Savior a little bit. These are songs that are a little bit more, I would say a little bit of something that we usually don't do, but it feels like we have to and we want to, because life is not only about party. Sometimes it's not good, and we know that, and we tell the people when you come to an Electric Callboy show, this is your time out. This is where you can just leave the problems outside of the door and just recharge your batteries for a certain time, but we also know that everybody has problems. Life is not perfect, you know.
Absolutely. And I also love the fact that you covered Still Waiting by Sum 41, especially that Frank Sumo is playing with you. And I heard the story of him joining you, and it's like one of the craziest story because he had a couple of hours to learn the entire set.
Yeah. Well, the problem was, or the good thing and the problem, and it wasn't good things. Oh my God. Well, yeah, the thing is, Derek, like the singer of Sum 41, he got sick. Don't know what he had exactly, but he wasn't able to play the show, so they had to cancel it. So our new slot during Good Times Festival was actually the Sum 41 slot. So we were supposed to headline it. But a couple of hours later, we got the message from David that he's not able to play and that he's flying home. So we've been sitting there at breakfast early in the morning without having a drummer, but having the headline slot on the Good Things Festival. And that was like the little problem that we had right on the show day. And I remember that Ian, our tour manager, that he came up with the idea to contact the tour manager of Sum 41 because he knew that Frank is still there and he has no band to play in. So there was a drummer in our building, free. And I think a couple of minutes later, we've been sitting together talking about it. And he was like, dude, I have time, nothing to do. I'm right here in Australia. I can't fly home now because everything is booked. Let's do this. So we had 5 or 6 hours to learn the whole set, which was 60 minutes set, if I'm right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was challenging, I can tell you.
For all of us. Because he learned the songs, he learned the basics, but it was still like here and there, the fills a little bit different, you know. But in his own way, you know, and it felt so fresh. But the drummer is the one that sits behind you and gives the rhythm, you know, and it felt weird for all of us, but in the end it was so much fun, and that's why we actually asked him to join us for the summer festival seasons and all those the shows after it.
And right now it actually feels just natural. Yeah. I can't even imagine like not having him sitting right behind me, because he became a friend. He's one of the most ambitious guys that I know.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's just a pleasure to have this guy on board.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's an amazing drummer. And also, as you mentioned, like the Offspring and Sum 41 are among your inspirations. But I heard like one of your first inspirations were bands like Dimmu Borgir.
It's more me, like as I said, when I was young, I searched for the borders, you know. I wanted to be extreme in any way. I listened to so many different music. Back in the days, I loved like hardcore, I loved black metal, and when I was young, like I would say the mainstream black metal bands, you know, you could either go for Cradle of Filth or you could go for Dimmu Borgir. And I was always a fan of Dimmu Borgir because it was darker in some way. It was more symphonic. The first album that I got was Spiritual Black Dimensions, and I got it for Easter. That was fun. A sacred holiday, and my parents bought me Spiritual Black Dimensions, but this is where it started. So I love the music.
And how about you, Nico? Was it metal or something else?
Well, I can tell you, I wasn't into any kind of screaming in music till I got, don't let me lie, actually till I joined my former band, the band that I played in before, Electric Callboy, called For the Rats and Wolves. And I never got in touch, like really, really in touch with that kind of music before, because I was always I loved like singing melodies. I loved like all that kind of stuff. I was always into rock music and even heavier rock music. But I think the hardest things that I was listening to was actually like Korn, Slipknot. That was and that's enough. Like and then I started, I think it switched at 2009, 2010, when I really got in touch with that kind of music, like metalcore and the harder stuff that I was never listening to. So yeah, right now I can't imagine that I didn't like it. I can tell you, because I mean, a lot of time passed by. But yeah, I was actually listening to, in the beginning, I got like classic rock, just because of my father. And then I was totally into that whole emo and new metal scene. Like I'm still stuck with that music because I love it.
Yeah.
And what are your biggest non-metal and non-rock inspirations?
Nowadays or in general?
In general.
In general. Like I always do it because I love her personality and the way how she and her brother are writing music, because I have the feeling that they are like talking about authenticity and doing what you like without thinking of, will the people like it as well? It's Billie Eilish. She's very inspirational. She was so young when she got famous, and she's still so young, but she has a great mindset. She's a great personality already. Yeah, I love watching her. She has a great voice, unique way of writing songs and then performing them.
I like people that try out new stuff, you know, like that people that do things differently to what people usually do. And no matter what kind of music it is, I like Kendrick Lamar a lot, like the rap artist Kendrick Lamar. When you listen to rap music, I'm not familiar with a lot of rap music, but when you listen to rap music, his sounds a little bit different. I don't know why. It's different because the rhythm, the way he raps, also Childish Gambino.
Childish Gambino is
also
a great artist, man.
But even mainstream artists like
Lady Gaga, man.
Lady Gaga, for example, she's so different to all the others and trying out new stuff with every album.
But also, I would also mention 21 Pilots, because since the album Blurry Face, which was one of my favorite albums of all time, I would say, they actually, I don't know how, but that was, in general, it was a pop album. But you can hear, when you're listening to that album, you can hear every single genre in 12 tracks.
Yeah.
From hip hop over reggae, over rock music, over new metal stuff, they combined everything, and it's still, I don't know, it's just amazing. I could listen to that album every day. Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing album. What about bands like Scooter? I mean, they were big in the Viva 2 days in the 90s, and
it's fun. You know, it's all about fun. And we all used to listen to Scooter, and they are still around. So there is a reason why they are successful.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people back in the rave scene, in the techno scene in the 90s, I think a lot of people laughed about them, you know, because they didn't take them serious. And this is what happened to us. But we're also still there, you know, and we're also trying to do new stuff. And I think when people are staying true to themselves, just like Scooter did, they never changed, you know, like he's there and they are doing the same music with the same effort and passion. And when you go to a Scooter show, you're going to have a great time. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And they just played the Download Fest, for example, and everybody was like hyped up. And this is so fun.
A couple of years ago, you played at Polish Pol'and'Rock Festival, and I wonder what kind of experience was it for you?
So I can tell you, whenever we're getting the question of what was the craziest concert that you can imagine, I can tell you Pol'and'Rock is right on top.
Yeah.
Like it was just, I don't know. It was just amazing. Like seeing so many people. I don't know how many people are there, like 100,000 or something. It was just
so many people, just a sea of people, and
everybody's friendly and going crazy, and yeah, I don't know.
I mean, for example, what I thought was so funny is that the stage was very high, and then there was no
Barriers.
no barriers. Like the people were standing in front of the stage,
Looking up to.
and they couldn't even see us because the stage was high. The people here, they couldn't see us. That was funny, but everybody had a good time, you know.
It felt like an army trying to reach you. You know,
so many circle pits, and the production on stage, it wasn't even ours. They had this huge ring of lights, you know, like it looked like a UFO. It was a very cool experience for our band, definitely.
Amazing. Hope you're gonna come back soon to Poland to enjoy.
Oh,
hopefully.
We're always planning, and Poland has become such a great country to tour for us. So we're always very happy to come back to Poland.
And you're Kevin of Polish ancestry. Your name is Ratajczak.
Yeah, nobody that I know of, to be honest. Like my last name, Ratajczak, I have looked it up a couple times. They told me it's in like it's Prussian. No, it's like from the Prussian era, but during the centuries, everybody has been thrown together. So my granddads ended up somewhere in France, you know. So it's very mixed up. I can't speak Polish. That's
I just know a couple of words.
Yeah, that's a pity.
Like,
that's a pity. But
dziękuję,
yeah,
for example.
Yeah, but it's like there is definitely a connection.
Okay, so dziękuję, and hope to see you soon, and thank you for the interview.
Take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.